Alright guys, doing the first oil change on my neighbor's Bad Boy Maverick. Felt pretty good today, felt like I could help a buddy out, and I think that's one thing in life, if you're able to do, you need to try to help your neighbors from time to time. And when I say neighbors, I mean acquaintances, friends, family, the whole nine. Just try to be good to your neighbor, quote unquote. Comes from a very good book. Alright, today's tools for the project include the catch pan to fill the new oil filter. I got my drain pan. Neighbor picked up the Kohler 10W30 that it calls for. We've got the oil filter that the guy at the dealership gave him. Basic instructions from the manual. 11/16 inch ratchet and or wrench. 5/8. Of course, I got to double clutch it, guys. Funnel to fill, and I'm going to use a few zip ties so I don't have to hold those over the drain pan, because I can't get down on the ground for very long with the pain. So we'll get to it. Alright guys, Kohler Confidant 747cc ZT740 oil change on the Bad Boy buggy Maverick. They did an excellent job. I gotta hand it to Bad Boy on this one. Putting that drain hose there. 11/16 on the cap on this one, 5/8 back there. Got a few zip ties I put around the pulley bolts you see there to hold the hose over. I can't spend a whole lot of time down, so I'll remove those and let the oil drain. Alright, I will remove the oil fill plug from the back of the motor. It's on the right side. Alright, I broke the nut, and man, it's like it had a 100 foot-pound on it, but I guess it just got tight. So I broke it loose. I'll remove and then let it drain. As the video started, you could see the motor was running. Did that to thin the oil out a little bit so it would drain better. But according to the manual, step 1, remove the oil dipstick and the oil drain cap, and then you'll get good flow. I got the dipstick removed and cleaned off and placed on a clean, fresh shop towel. You want that thing spotless. Alright, the oil's petering out. I'll let it drain a few more minutes until the drips are almost non-existent. Guys, per the manual, I'll show you the instructions. Just pause as you need to. Alright, step 2, clean around oil filter. Place container under the oil filter to capture any oil. Remove filter, reinstall drain cap, and tighten. So before I do that, I'm going to go on and do this to kill the 2 minutes. I'm going to place the new filter in a shallow pan, open end up, fill with new oil until it reaches the bottom of the threads. Allow 2 minutes for absorption. Alright, now I'm going to fill the oil to the bottom of the threads. Of course, I'm making a mess because I'm trying to film single-handedly. A couple minutes to absorb now. Alright, oil capacity for the Kohler Confidant ZT740 747cc motor, 2 quarts. 2 quarts. Got the filter, I filled it up, it's been absorbing, and man, it's taking up a lot of oil, so keep that in mind. Alright guys, we're down to a drip every few seconds. I'll give it another couple minutes. Wipe the nipple off, and then I'll put the cap back on. Alright guys, got the cap cleaned off. Go ahead and reassemble it. Thread it onto the nipple. Let me wipe it off again. Yeah, good job, Bad Boy. Alright guys, got the cap on and dog down good, 11/16, 5/8. Now to remove the Back Saver 2000 specialty tool, and the hose pops nicely out of the way. Once again, good job, Bad Boy. And for you idiot auto manufacturers and other machinery, take note, design your stuff better. Alright guys, from the rear right side of the machine, here's your oil filter location. Notice a nice place where they lasered or plasmaed out or stamped out a sheet in that plate for your draining of the filter. I will additionally, let's see here, it looks like from the factory that might have just, it's probably just a drip from where they put it on and didn't wipe it down. Perfectly acceptable. Anyhow, so I'm going to stick a rag back in there to catch it so I don't create a dust magnet with all the film of oil. So let me do that and we'll show you. I got my filter wrench removal tool deal, 3/8 ratchet. I don't know, 2 or 3 inch extension. It was tight. I tried to take it off my hand, no go. So alright guys, you can see my shop towel dam down there. Filter's loose. Go on, take it off my hand, crack it. Let's see if she pours. There she goes. Once again, Bad Boy, good job there for the convenience in your engineering. There we go. I'm gonna let her drain there. Once she drains out, I'll remove it and I'll clean all the mating surfaces as per the instructions. There's a view from the underneath the drain hole. Catch rag worked like a charm. You can see there is no oil residue on that plate, piece of plate steel. Clean the mating surface off with a spotless shop rag, brand new, disposable. Get the threads and all off good. Okay, now we install our brand new filter that was filled to the bottom of the threads, and it's absorbed almost all of that oil to put it on. Okay guys, I wipe the plate steel off. Got that old couple drips of oil off of there, as you can see. Since that new filter's got oil in it, I'm going to dam it up again. Just keep my buddy's mower nice and pristine like he likes things, and I don't blame him. Okay. Now we will thread the new filter on. Alright, I got it started. Go on and crank it down. Snug and a good quarter, half turn. My snug's pretty doggone snug, I'll tell you. Alright guys, back to the direction which we've done. I'll apply thin film and clean oil to gasket on new filter. Put it on, we got it torqued down. Okay. reference engine service manual for oil quantity I did. It's 2 quarts shown in the Kohler manual. We'll put the oil in, reinstall the dipstick, start the engine, check for leaks, stop the engine, check the oil, and of course dispose according to all ordinances. Very important. Alright, we got our funnel in. I'm going to pour our oil. 2 quarts. Well, what's remaining of the 2. Now just let it drip out most all the way, a couple minutes. Then we'll pour the next quart in. Alright, quart number 2. Alright guys, I'm not sure if it's going to show on camera or not, but we're going to try. That is why you want a quality filter and an 8-hour initial oil change. Look at all the metal particles suspended in that oil. I hope the camera can get it. You can see it shining in the sunlight. That's why an 8-hour oil change initially. Of course, any new motor, you got to wear them in a little bit, and that's what comes out of it. Hey guys, a little zip tie deal if you didn't know. So I used 3 zip ties, and they're not super expensive, but there's nothing wrong with these, so I'm going to use them again. So if you get a real small screwdriver, you can dog it in there and release those zip ties and reuse them like they're brand new. And they are brand new. Just a little tip there. Alright guys, that's done draining. I'm going to pull the funnel and the cord out. Mower's setting on an angle, so I'm going to check. Stick the dipstick in and just check it. I'll start it as the manual says, and pull it on level ground, let it rest, and then check it. Alright, so according to the book, reinstall dipstick tight and securely. I'm going to go just one little step further to make sure nothing wacky's going on. Going to check to make sure it's got a little bit of oil on it. And it does. I would swab the dipstick off and give it a real check, but oil's dripping down out of the tube and pouring on it. So we're going to fire it up. Alright guys, 7.9 hours right on the dot. We just got done with the oil change on the Bad Boy. This is my buddy Bob's, my neighbor. So, as per the instructions, we're going to fire it up, check for leaks. I'll pull it over on flat ground and then let it rest and we'll check it again. Little choke. Guys, I pulled it on level ground, just letting it run a minute. I'm going to cut it off, let it set several minutes, and check it in several minutes. Alright guys, the oil change is complete. We'll check for leaks. I'm going to wipe that off once again down under there. Let's check the hose. Good there, nothing on the ground. And I'll check the dipstick. Alright guys, check the dipstick and it is bang on. I don't know if the camera will show it or not. So we're good to go, first oil change done.